Hello. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Ooh, macaroni magpie. I'm trying to figure out how to get a hold of you because you won a ticket to Inkspire Indie for leaving a comment on one of my other videos. So if you would like to email me, powerplaypress@gmail.com, I can get you put on the list. So what's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? What's in your cup? I have mint tea today, and I wish that there wasn't such a bad glare off of here. It says even witches need coffee, but there's tea in it. Just saying. Just saying. Hello, friends coming in. So today was my day off, and I actually took most of the day off. The only thing I really did was plan out my week. That was pretty much all I did, and played some video games and kind of just sloughed around, and it's been a great day. And if you can hear a little background noise, Mom's out there doing a bubbly foot bath thing for herself today. So that's been my day. It's been great. I didn't get the sleep in as like I kind of wanted to, but that's okay. So what's been going on since we had to chat last? I am in the middle of the final read through of Vengeful Soul. I have one scene I know I need to flesh out a little bit just because it's difficult to figure out where everybody is sitting and standing in this rather cramped little room that they're in. So I have to kind of flesh that out a little bit. But other than that, it's going off to Jenna on Friday. I can't believe it. I feel like I've been writing this book forever, even though I haven't. But Double Down Day is coming up on Saturday, and I want to get this off of my plate so that I can start plotting book 2. And my entire day for Double Down Day is going to be concentrating on book 2. So I'm super excited. Rita's having some coffee. Sure it was from 4 hours ago, but it's got tasty flavored cream. I love that. Macaroni Magpie hanging out with the cat and the dog. Love that. Tea has water. Yes, Kay, it does. And I didn't brew it overly strong, and it's just straight up peppermint. Like there's nothing else in it. So excuse me, no caffeine. Excuse me, 1 second. It takes a lot of talent to choke on your own spit, gang. I'm telling you. Yeah, Rita, I have some graph paper. To help me figure this out. It's just how do I take that and put it into words so that people can truly understand it, right? I thought I had, but according to my beta readers, it needs a little work. So I will definitely do that. And I'm so excited, but I'm also kind of like, is it really done? Hinge. Yeah, placement of the people. I got the furniture thing down because I did some of you heard this story before, that I have the original Sims, and I play that. I don't play any of the others. I have them, but I don't play them. But I have a laptop that's built specifically to run the OG Sims game. And I have one neighborhood, it's just empty houses, because I plot, like I map out my living spaces and office spaces and stuff like that in that neighborhood for my books. And I have all of the furniture, and boy, is this a cramped little apartment. I can't wait to move him out of there. But he's not going to get moved out of there until at least book 3. So I know I love the original Sims too, Juliet. It's my go-to game. That and Tomb Raider 2, which, yes, for those of you who play, I did buy the remakes. They remade 1, 2, and 3 and released them through Steam for PC. I haven't played them yet. Haven't had time. So after the launch, after I launch Scroll and Scribe, I'm going to carve out some time to play Tomb Raider 2 because I have played that game through I don't know how many times. I cannot wait to play it again. It was my go-to game for when I needed to disappear from the world and just, like get my mind off of everything. It was always Tomb Raider 2. I have it on, I think it's the original PlayStation as well. So you got them too, Ange. Yeah. I like I said, I haven't had a chance to play. So Anita, hello, hun. Adjusting the summer break for teenagers home for a buttload of days. I'm so glad I don't have to do that anymore. So glad I don't have to do that anymore. But yeah, so that's kind of where I am with Vengeful Soul. I'm going to put it in Jenna's capable hands and just kind of try to forget about it for a little while I work on the plot for book 2, which hasn't got a name yet. Has not got a name yet and probably won't until I'm at least halfway done. The main characters change in this book. Now the main characters from book 1, from Vengeful Soul, are still in book 2, but they're not the main focus anymore. There's another couple that's the main focus. So, hey, Sherry, how you doing, honey? So that's kind of what I've been doing this week. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff going on for Scroll and Scribe and getting ready for Inkspire Indie, which is in 3 weeks from yesterday. We are, you know what I'm going to do right now? It is my day off, but this is not work. This is not work. I am going to go ahead and, like I said, I forgot to do a live draw for an Inkspire Indie ticket yesterday during my sprints. So we're going to do 2 live draws today and 1 on the replay. So if you guys want to go ahead, we'll do 1 now and we'll do 1 in the last like 10 minutes or something. If you want to give me hashtag mugs in the chat there, we'll let it run for a few minutes. Hashtag mugs, MUGS, and we'll let that run for a couple minutes and then I'll do a draw. I am so looking forward to this. I have been working on the website this week. Each of the team members is getting their own page on the website. And that's kind of what I was working on. And it's really going to be great because like you can go in like, okay, I need a graphic designer. So you're going to be able to go in and there's going to be a picture and all their contact info, what their exclusive discount to you is. It's going to be great. I've been working on that, just really trying to get it nice and pretty. See, mom does it too. Choking on your own spit. It's a thing. It runs in the family. It runs in the family. So that's what I've been working on. I think we're just about ready for Inkspire Indie. The only thing I have left to do is I have to go purchase Zoom. That's the only thing I have left to do for that. And I know some of you who have taken HB90 saw my post today where I was doing my monthly review and it was like I hit everything that I wanted to do this month and I'm like, holy crap, that's never happened to me before. Even with HB90, it's never happened to me before, and that's absolutely no fault of the program. That's a me thing, right? We must be related. Yeah, I hear you. It was awesome, Ange. When I was doing it and I did those 3 questions and I stopped and I'm like, oh my God. Like, well, it was like there a couple weeks ago, I was saying I was standing at my Kanban board trying to find something to work on because it was Thursday and I was done everything for the week. So that caused a lot of anxiety. And I mean a lot of anxiety, like whole hour with the therapist anxiety. But I'm working through it. It's because of HB90 and because of the plan. So if anybody who's sitting here or watching on the replay that has been thinking about taking HB90, I'm telling you, there's nothing like the feeling of not only getting your stuff done, but actually getting it done early. I mean, seriously, seriously, don't gas yourself. Don't gaslight yourself into being productive, right? This is the new saying that we've been throwing around, right? Don't gaslight yourself into being productive. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen and we're going to do, if you're just coming in now, don't worry, we're going to do another one. Let me bring this up. I'm assuming you guys can see this. And Anita! Yay! Fabulous, fabulous. Okay. You can, oh, I just shut the freaking thing. 1 second, gang. Sorry. Stop sharing. So if you want to, my email is up top there. If you don't see it, let me know and I'll drop it in again. And if you want to email me, I will put you on the list. There's nothing else that you need to do other than email me. So I have your email address because I will be sending out I'll be sending out an email after I close the cart and giving you guys a heads up. And then before, thank you, Ange. And then beforehand, I'll be sending out the Zoom link and then I'll send out another reminder. Don't worry, you'll get plenty. You'll get plenty of, I'm just bringing up this thing again, sorry. You'll get plenty of warning and accesses to the links. Yes, she did, Kay, she did. But I'm so excited. I've never done something like this for the writing community. But before I left my job, that was what I did for that company a lot. As a project manager, I also, hosted these huge virtual events for governments and trade missions and like virtual trade missions and stuff like that. So it's kind of old hat for me. But this is different because this is where my heart is, right? As cool as it was to see what's going on with carbon capturing and overseas and all of this stuff and these big, things they were building to capture carbon from the air and what they were doing with it. Really cool stuff. And being able to host events for the indigenous communities and stuff like that and be involved in that. This is where my heart is. This is me giving back to you guys, right? So I'm super, super excited. It is going to be awesome. It really is more stressful when you care so much about it, but it's going to be amazing. I've got a wonderful team behind me. I can't, like Kay today came up with I was struggling with some graphics and Kay was just like, let me help you with that. And came up with these beautiful graphics. And I'm just so lucky. I'm so lucky to have the team behind me that I do. But yeah, so enough talk about that. You're probably sick of hearing about it by now. Oh, that tea's good. I got another Conqueror challenge under my belt. I don't know if I showed you guys. I just don't know if it'll glare too much. So I got my first medal back. It's really hard to see. Yeah, there's too much glare. There's way too much glare. But I just finished the pyramids, Giza, and now I'm doing the Forbidden City, China. And I'm only like maybe 3-5% into it. Thank you, Juliet. Thank you. Um, I'm about yeah, I'm about 3 to 5% finished on the Forbidden City. It's a lot longer. I think this one's like 50 some kilometers, or maybe it was 50 some miles. I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, because it's linked to my Fitbit. My Fitbit links to their app on my phone, which is really great. Um, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying these challenges. I find they really motivate me. And part of it is the fact that I'm spending money to do it, right? Because it costs, but by the time you're done with the exchange, it costs me about $50 to um to pay for one of these, which is kind of great because I get the I mean the metals are beautiful and they're really top quality. Hey Ziggy. But I'm kind of excited, but I decided last night that as part of my 6 months for life, I am going to add some weight training um, to my gym because going down there and walking on the treadmill for 20 minutes, I'm going to plateau pretty quickly. I haven't been weighing myself. I am going to when I start the 6 months for life thing. For those of you who did not make Sarah's coffee chat on Friday, she's starting another round of 6 months for life on June 1st. And she's going to do a workbook. I just finished. I still haven't done. I just finished this one yesterday, but I still have not done that love letter to yourself. Still haven't done it. And it's so hard, you guys. It's so hard. Why is it hard for us to talk nice to ourselves? Like, seriously. But anyway, Sarah's also going to give us a new workbook. Bless her little heart. She's on a plane today, going on vacation, and she's still going to do a workbook for us. But y'all know I love a good workbook, right? So I also have my Yop and Tom journal, dot grid journal that I'm going to be using, and I'm going to make it part of my evening routine to journal a little bit every day on it. So I know what I'm doing this afternoon, right, Sherry? Right? I'm excited. But it's funny because I've been doing some planning, sitting on my bed in the evenings, watching TV, and I've just been kind of doing a little bit of brainstorming about what I want to do for the next quarter. Because when June hits, I'm going to be head down. Inkspire Indie's on the 15th, and HB90 kickoff call is on the 16th, which is the next day on that Sunday. And then I have like 2 weeks before the actual Scroll and Scribe Accelerator has its first meeting. And I did post I pinned up top here. It's the direct link to the Inkspire Indie ticket page, but you can get into the website there if you want to go take a look at like what the accelerator is going to be doing. I know that 2 weeks is going to be extremely busy for me, so I'm trying to kind of get ahead of my planning a little bit, mostly just by brainstorming because I haven't done my quarterly review yet, but I will be doing that earlier than I normally do, because I am just really kind of normally I'd just be like, I can do it all at once, but if there's anything I have learned in this last quarter is that I have to stop overloading myself. Kay jacks me up about it on a very regular basis, don't you, Kay? So, I like this. I like this, Kay. Writing it to your inner child and not directly to me. Yeah, that does make sense. That does make sense. I mean, my inner child's pretty good right about now. Weight isn't always the best metric, Jen, especially for me going through menopause. And yeah, so I'm not really looking. I mean, I will record my weight on the 1st of June, but then it'll just be like, if I think about it sometime in July, I'll probably weigh myself again. For me, it's more about how am I sleeping? How am I feeling? And does this bra feel like it's digging into me? Right? Because right now it feels like it's digging into me. I know. Okay. I love you too. I love you too. You razz away, honey, razz away. I deserve it and I need it. But yeah, so it's weight loss. I mean, I want to see the weight go. I definitely want to see the weight go. I am not going to lie. I am well over 100 pounds overweight. I know I don't look it. I carry it very well, but the older you get, the harder it is to lose the weight. For those of you who have Instagram, there is a lady who goes by the handle of Granny Guns, Guns, I think. Guns, Granny Guns. I've been following her for a while and I find her to be a huge inspiration. She did not start working out until she was my age. And now she's in her 60s. And this woman, she's wiry, but the arms on her, and that's why she calls herself Granny Guns. Actually had an article show up on my Google feed about her the other day, and it's never too late. That's her whole thing, is it's never too late. And I've had a couple of really great interactions with her on Instagram, and she jacked me up a little bit. She jacked me up with the whole "don't talk about yourself like that" thing. And yes, that's her. Yes, that's her. And she just dropped her in. Oh my God, you guys. She's adorable, first of all. I want to wear my old clothes so much. See, Anita, I get that. I have a closet full of clothes that don't fit me, that they don't fit me just by that little much. I went to go put my jeans on the other day and I couldn't button them. I own like one pair of comfortable jeans and that was them. And I'm like, holy crap, I have to do something about this, right? And I have to start. The big thing for me is the food, because it's so easy to run to the grocery store and grab a bag of chips, living where I live. And I came to this realization last night too when I was planning that it's okay to eat junk food. It's absolutely okay to eat junk food. But I need to stop treating it like it was a major food group. Because, y'all, for years, I didn't eat Cool Ranch Doritos because they had red dye in them. And recently they've removed the red dye. So I went on a binge. I went on a binge. I'm not gonna lie. I was eating 1 or 2 bags of Cool Ranch Doritos a week. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm like, it has to now become a treat instead of a major food group. And I do apologize if anybody's getting triggered here talking about food. We'll change the subject. So doing the whole Conqueror challenge, tortilla chips and cheese are dinner, right? Not every day. That's my problem. It's every day. And Sherry, I get it. Sometimes it's more about feeling strong. And for me, it's things like being able to climb a flight of stairs without sounding like I'm dying. Right? Because I'm so out of shape. I mean, and I look back at myself when I worked in the fitness industry, I was still on the big side. I really, truly was, but I was easily 60 pounds lighter than I am now. And my stamina and my strength were through the roof. I was leg pressing 220. And now I can't put my pants on without sitting down because I'm going to fall over and kill myself, right? So, yes, I agree. Macaroni, I agree. I love me some hummus. I really do. It's one of my favorite snacks, hummus and corn chips. But, that is one thing that this whole pop my knee out again, putting pants on. Oh, Sherry, honey, you got to be careful. That's the worst when you have that kind of an injury, and it's so easy to pop out your. Like I said, I knew a guy that had that going on with his shoulder. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But this is something that's going to be worked into my 6 months for life. It's not going to be the sole focus though. I was making my, I will say my weight being the sole focus of my 6 months for life. And it wasn't working for me. And I would binge eat, and then I would feel guilty, and then I would kill myself in the gym, and then I couldn't work out, so I'd eat another entire bag of Cool Ranch Doritos in a sitting. I also realized I have like zero self-control when it comes to those chips. I got to stop bringing them in the house because if the bag is there, I'm eating the whole thing. I'm not that I'll just have, give myself a little bowl. Doesn't work that way with me. Doesn't work that way. So now it's like, okay, it's corn chips and hummus if I'm gonna have a snack. It's and I'm not I don't really like fruit and stuff. So if y'all have any suggestions for like snack foods that are relatively healthy that don't involve me eating an apple, because I'm not a big fruit person, bring them on. The bag is the bowl. Right, I can fit them all in a bowl. Okay, Al, this is great. I love this for you. Challenging myself to increase my health and make myself feel better. Yes, yes. I went from I want to lose X number of pounds to I am going to work on my physical, and I said spatial health, because part of my anxiety and depression that I sometimes get is because of my physical space, because there's some clutter going on in here, because I know that downstairs in my storage area where my car is parked, it's a freaking mess and I need to declutter. That helps my mental health, but I'm calling it my spatial health because I want to make my immediate surroundings a lot more comfortable to live in, right? But I'm not focused, and when it comes to my physical health, I'm not focusing on my weight. I am looking at my skincare because I have crappy skincare. I don't have a skincare routine. And I've been noticing a lot of changes in my skin on my face since I hit menopause. Get carrots that cut into chips. That's a good idea. I have a slicer that I can slice them fairly thin. We just got an air fryer, like literally came today. And I was going through, that comes with a little recipe book. I can make scones in that thing. I might start eating breakfast now, right? Getting my house together is my big goal this summer. This is it. I mean, I don't have a whole house to get together, but I have my own spaces, right? So my bedroom, my stuff in the storage, my freaking closet, which I finally got the top of my dresser cleaned off and realized that I have a box of stuff that I put together for Sarah that has been sitting in there since before Christmas. I haven't sent it out. Cheese sticks. Been obsessed with wheat thins lately. Yeah, see, I can't eat whole wheat. This is, yeah. Not doing the self-care thing. See, this is it. It's about adding those baby steps. And for me, habit stacking really works. So that's what I'm going to try to do, where I'm going to try to be working a little bit of skincare, like into my evening routine, and I went out and I purchased, some nose strips because I would normally always do those. Like I do them once a month, and I haven't since last summer. I have not been taking care of my physical body at all. I mean, the eating and the lack of exercise aside, I haven't been taking care of my skin. I've been getting regular haircuts. I can say that. I've been inching my way up to having half of my head shaved. I'm thinking about cutting, like going all the way to here. Guys, I don't know. What do you think? I'm thinking about having half of my head shaved because I'm at that age where I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. And I'm really thinking about doing it. Yes, Kay. I know you're trying, and you know what? That's all you can do. Try to get better, right? Try to get better about your self-care. Um, I think it would look cool too, okay? No haircuts, no hair dyeing forever, don't do my nails. I do my nails because I'm telling you right now, my monthly appointment to get my nails done is my if I didn't have that, I think I would lose my mind because of how I'm treated when I go into the salon. So when I go in, it's getting my nails done or manicure and pedicure or manicure and a haircut. This month in June, how self-care this is. I'm getting my nails done, self-care, but I'm also getting my legs waxed. I don't know. I don't know if that's self-care or if that's masochism. I don't know. Yes, it makes you feel like a person. This is it. Oh my God, Sherry, you're so right. You're so right. And see, this is the thing. When you have these, when your body has these traumas, your skin does change. Absolutely, it does. I'll have to check her out. Rouge was apothecary. Where is she located, KL? Curious as to where is she Canadian or is she American? Started getting waxing done. Well, this is it, Juliet. I mean, I have mobility issues, so it's very difficult for me to shave my legs. It hurts to, bend over and stuff like that. So I'm like, I want to wear some cute dresses this summer and maybe some shorts, which I haven't worn either in 15 years, and I don't care. She's American, okay? Um, this is it's like people always say, well, you should just pluck your eyebrows. And I'm like, No, no, that's too much torture. I'd rather pour hot wax on my face and get all the hairs ripped out at once. But, it's these little things. And but the thing is that they don't always have to cost money, right? This whole thing of taking care of yourself in ways that you don't normally. Okay. Because I don't consider taking an afternoon and playing video games, I don't consider that self-care anymore. Probably because it's become routine for me where Friday afternoons between 1 o'clock and Sarah's coffee chat, I will sit down and play video games. So that's not really self-care for me anymore. It's become more part of my routine. But taking care of my skin is definitely self-care for me. And it's difficult. She's got an Etsy store. Oh, I'll definitely check her out. How much hair laser removal is. We have a lady down the road here who I was speaking to just before I had to leave my job. And she would give discounts to people in the LGBTQ community because of the dysphoria that a lot of us go through with body hair. And I'm talking deep discounts, like 50% off. And I went in for a test. Test went really well. I didn't have any reaction. And then 3 days later, I had to leave my job, which really sucked because I would have liked to have gotten laser hair removal done because it's very expensive. Here, it's very expensive. Like to get your chin, just your chin done is like, each treatment is like $350 and you have to go every 6 weeks for 6 months or something like that. I would definitely like to get it done though. That's for sure. I know a lot of people that have had it done and have had wonderful results with it. My aunt has the same problem that I did with the facial hair. She had it done like 30 years ago when the technology wasn't even that good and has not had a recurrence, so I think it's worth the money if you can afford it. I mean, if you can afford it. Started getting a facial every month. Oh, I like this. I like this. See, the place that I go to for my nails has a membership where you pay It's $115 a month. That's taxes in. We have a 15% combined sales tax here. So it's $115 a month, and you can choose any two services. I probably save $40 to $60 a month doing it that way. And I always get the nails done, and then I kind of stagger, other services. But getting a facial sounds actually really nice. I don't remember if I've ever had one. I don't think I've ever had a facial. Um, I might have to do that. Thank you for the suggestion. But yeah, so I forget what the other thing was that I wanted to talk to you guys about. But definitely excited for 6 months for life. Definitely excited. I feel like I've finally figured it out what it was Sarah was trying to get across to me, and well, to us, all of us. But it's like you're sitting there talking to her during coffee chats, and on Friday's coffee chat, like the light bulbs were going off for me over 6 months for life, and I'm like, oh yes, avoiding burnout. Thank you, Rita. I'm like, it doesn't show me here. Hey Shannon, how are you, sweetheart? But yeah, it was like a light bulb went off for me, and it was like I'm trying to do it all at once, and I'm trying to do too much. And then I remembered a client that I had when I lived before I moved back to Nova Scotia. And during one of our sessions, she said to me, this is part of what I'm doing for myself, where I said that I was going to take 12 months and work on me. So she basically paused. She still worked, and she had like one good friend that she'd been friends with her entire life. And she's like, I'm working on me. So I'm not dating. I'm not trying to get into any other friendships. And I was like, that's freaking brilliant. That's brilliant. And I mean, I don't think I need to go to that extreme, but she was taking it in little segments where, this was like, she was doing therapy, and then with me, she was doing like decluttering and like life hacking kind of stuff. And then she was doing this other thing, and then she was working on her health. And then she, like every 3 months or so, she'd pile on another thing. So it was almost like habit stacking, right? And I'm like, that's just freaking brilliant. So I made the decision, for the next 6 months, and it's 2 things and 2 things only, because I know that the clutter and stuff, that's a finite thing. Once I declutter an area, it's decluttered, right? It's not something I have to keep coming back to. This is the perfect time. Well, and this is it. I was going to wait until July, and I'm like, why? Why wait a month? There's no 6 months for life police. There's nobody who's going to come and bat me over the head if I start early, right? Your daughter is turning 18 next month and leaving for college in August. Oh, God. Oh, it's either going to be hard or it's going to be liberating, or maybe a little bit of both. Try to pick 3 things a day to do for my self-care: read, walk, bath, yoga, just so much stuff. Switched to that last year. My fibromyalgia went away. I would die for that. Oh my gosh. It's fibro is no joke. No joke. Both. I get you, KL. I get you. I'm in for June 1st. I think it's going to help a lot of us. And that kind of segues into the whole avoiding burnout thing, because we know, and it's been proven, and we know that regular exercise and regular self-care helps you avoid burnout. And I got really close to burning out this past quarter. Really close. I mean, y'all saw what I looked like when I was doing the whole business plan. I wasn't sleeping. I was up half the night working on that freaking business plan. And I mean, it needed to be done, but I think I pushed a little too hard, and I didn't lean into the help that I had, and I came really close. I came really close to burnout. I would sometimes, at the end of the day, I'd be sitting there on my bed and the TV would be on, be like, movie be on. I'd be literally like staring there, slack jawed, just like not aware of my surroundings, and everything was numb. My brain was numb, my body was numb. I just couldn't. I- if the building had caught on fire, it would have taken me a good 5 minutes to figure out what was going on, that kind of. So maybe I was burnt out. When I think of burnout, I always think of like landing my butt in the hospital kind of burnout. But I decided that like that cannot happen again. I cannot afford with running Scroll and Scribe, being there for the members of the accelerator, running Inkspire Indie every quarter, writing books. I mean, Vengeful Soul is going to be coming out in September, and then I want book 2 to be coming out in November. The numbness, right, Rita? I mean, like the numbness, that whole, what am I doing? And you catch yourself being numb. I cannot afford to have that happen again. And the only way is to practice better self-care, not more self-care, but better self-care. Doing the things that fill my well, because sitting in front of the television set does not fill my well. So now the TV, when it's on, is background noise. And if I'm doing planning or something, I haven't found any decent movies. I haven't found any decent movies lately. I kind of made my way through all the good horror movies on Netflix and Prime. So got rid of my TV. See, I haven't had cable. I haven't had TV for, oh my goodness, 12 years. I remember when I worked for Bell and we sold cable and I could have gotten it for free. I still didn't bother with it. And that was 11, 12 years ago. Now it's just, Prime, and, I've got 15 seasons of Criminal Minds on DVD, and that's playing in the background kind of thing. Hey, Judge Jean, you're not late. Better self-care is changing my life. There you go. There you go. And that's what it's about, gang. It's about better self-care. Better self-care. Cammy, I'm trying to tell my aunt to get rid of her since she usually watches the streaming packages. Would save her over $100 a month. So this is it. It's funny because we recently switched companies here. We went from Eastlink to Bell because we were having problems with our Eastlink internet. And they gave us a cable box free for a year. We switched over 3 months ago. Haven't even turned on the cable box. Haven't even turned it on. Mom has BritBox and she watches British TV all the time, but we don't watch TV. Cable is a time suck, right? Well, this is it. And I mean, like I said, I find myself watching the same shows over and over again. I find myself getting to about season 6 or 7 of Supernatural and then starting over again. I find myself finishing season 15 of Criminal Minds and going back to the first season because I don't really watch them. They're comfort noise, right? Speaking of comfort noise, something funny to share with you guys. So today when I wasn't doing sprints, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put on my writing playlist because it really gets me moving so I can get like some cleaning and tidying and stuff done. So I turned on the TV and he perked right up. He perked right up when he heard the YouTube sound of YouTube loading. And then I put on my playlist. Airplane ears. And he's given the TV the side eye because it wasn't his music. He has this there's this 24-hour lo-fi video and it's just the same music, the same 3 tracks over and over again that I put on for him in the mornings usually. I put it on because I'm not paying attention to it, and I put it on when I had to go out of the house, and he was actually angry. I've never seen him angry before, but he kept and I'm like, "What, you don't like Sting? Like, what's wrong with you?" And he's like the eyes were narrowed and the airplane ears, and I was a victim. I put his music on for him, he settled right down. It's like, "You spoiled rotten." Honestly, spoiled rotten, spoiled rotten. He just exactly, he wanted his tunes, and he was ah, this is now he did I turned my music back on after, and, he left the room, but when he heard Toni Braxton, he came back in the room because he loves her. He loves her music, and he will sit there and watch it, and it was so funny. This right? Rewatch stuff or just watch YouTube videos. See, I don't even really watch YouTube videos, though I did watch Sarah's Go Wild video yesterday. It was 59 minutes and 45 seconds long, and I had made supper, and I sat down and I watched it, and now I just want to go buy stickers. So but it was a lot of fun. For those of you who haven't watched it, it was a lot of fun. Like, it was quite the haul, quite the haul. But this is the thing, making sure that we're doing better self-care so that we don't burn out, taking that time off. Like today, I was going to sit down and work. I woke up this morning, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna have my coffee. I'm gonna chat with some friends. I'm gonna play some video games, and then I will plan my week because I had to do that. I had to plan my week, and I'm just gonna and it was exactly what I needed. I did just enough planning my week to make myself feel like I had been productive, because that's an issue that I have. I mean, I work 7 days a week because taking time off causes me anxiety. And so I figured out that if I do some days that I need to take off, if I do just enough, if I spend a couple of hours working, then I can take the rest of the day and be fine with it, right? This is crazy. 3 weekly spreads, different journals for different topics. Play with Panda. Gotta play with Panda. Taking care of the last 4. Yeah. I mean, we're supposed to be able to take downtime, right? If I was working for somebody else, I wouldn't be taking any downtime. None. I would be working for them and come home and work for myself. I'm very lucky, and I realize the privilege of being able to not have a regular day job, to be able to build my business and write my books and, serve my community and stuff. It's a privilege that I recognize. But at the same time, I overwork myself, right? Bought some stickers today and yesterday. I might have a planner problem. I have a planner problem. I'm trying to get myself down to 3 planners. 3. We'll see how it goes. I'm coming out of the HB90 planner for Q3, and I'll probably do a video because I'm going to have to make things work. And this is it. I would overwork myself regardless, but I find that working for myself, I don't overwork myself as much, right? I love this. I love this. I used to do the same thing. When I worked as a manager. The last not even counting the place where you go in and build stuffed animals, because I was only there for 5 shifts before things got bad. But the management position that I worked before that was in the telecommunications industry, and I fought for paid mental health days for my staff, because dealing with people and their broken cell phones, let me tell you, people would actually come in and try to blame my workers because they dropped their phone in the lake and it couldn't be fixed, right? So, yeah, I am big on companies that pay you for mental health days. I love that, KL. Love it. That video was, it didn't feel like an hour. It didn't feel like an hour. And the way that Sarah does her videos, I love, because I felt like I was sitting next to her at her desk, getting to see all this stuff, and she was telling me about all the fun she had. That's why I never find Sarah's videos too long, is because you feel like you're sitting in a room with her having a chat, which is awesome. This right here, telling kids to take mental health days. Yeah, with no media. Like, take a day off of school. Here's a really good book. Go curl up and read it. I'll make you lunch. There's no customer service. I don't think I've ever had a job that didn't involve some kind of customer service. The best job that I had was actually in a call center. And it was when I worked as an answering service for funeral homes. It was the hardest job I've ever had, and it was the best job I've ever had. I loved that job, and I hated it at the same time. But it was a good job. How much did my life improve after stopping? See, a lot of people don't like the customer service thing, and I get that. But I've always done it. See, work even harder for myself, right? I know how dedicated you were. You were immensely dedicated. But there's a difference between working that hard for yourself and working that hard for somebody else, especially when it's the government, right? When you work that hard for yourself, it just means everything. So listen, gang, we're going to do another draw for Inkspire Indie, because we've got more people in here now than we did in the beginning. So give me a hashtag mugs, MUGS, and we'll have another draw. All right. So last going off. So this upcoming week, what I've got going on, let me see. We're back with Tough Love Tuesday, because I had to take last week off because of the whole pitch the business thing, which I nailed, by the way. Nailed it. It was amazing. I'm going to have to do it again. So it was really good. I got really good feedback. So I'm also going to be doing a video for Scroll and Scribe that will go up this week as well. And what else? Saturday. How is it Double Down Day already? How is it almost Double Down Day already? Can't figure that one out for the life of me. It's like, didn't we just have one? And then next month, we get to have our virtual writing retreat. I'm really looking forward to that. I should be deep into book 2 by then. So I'm really looking forward to that. Let me see. Cammie, you already have a ticket, huh? You already have a ticket. May did go by so fast, didn't it? It did. It went by so fast. And this is a weird, and maybe it's because of the whole 6 months for life thing, but I feel like Q3 should be starting next week. I have you on my sticky. Yeah, you emailed me, remember? Or you sent was it you that sent maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was you that sent me a form through my website. Hello, Joanne. How are you? Give me a hashtag mugs girl, because I'm doing a draw for an Inkspire Indie ticket. Oh, maybe it was. Okay, so you're in the draw. You're in the draw. I just got here. That's sorry. We've had a couple of people popped in. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week. I cannot wait till next weekend. I was stunned to see another Cami. Yeah, it's not exactly a common name, right? Just finished reading story with a bittersweet ending. Ah, love those kind of stories. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do another draw. And don't forget that you can come back afterwards and leave a comment, because I will do another draw on Wednesday from the comments. All right, let's see. Yeah, Tammy, there you go. That's awesome. Okay, so please send an email to me, powerplaypress@gmail.com. That's awesome. Yes, Ziggy is very relaxed right now. Very relaxed. See, it's like she manifested it. That's awesome. That is a beginner's luck. That is awesome. You guys, I love you to bits. I really do. I thank you so much for being here and showing up and supporting me. It just means the world to me. We've been doing really good. Thanks for asking. Thank you. Thank you. Ziggy has actually been pretty good. He hasn't been sick since that day I slipped in it. So, but we did have a thunderstorm come through here the other night, and he did not do well with that. He wanted to be cuddled, which is something he's never asked for before. But it felt good that he was asking. He was like literally in my face, and he doesn't do that ever. So it was kind of nice to know he felt safe asking for cuddles. So, and yes, it is wonderful to see all of you. I am so glad that you guys are here, and you just make me feel all gushy that you guys keep showing up and you're coming to Tough Love Tuesdays and you're supporting me and all of that. Just makes me feel so good. I love you guys to bits. I really, really do. So I will be back. I think I'm doing my regular spot on Saturday, but Renee should have the schedule up. Like usually she has it up Thursday-ish. So keep your eye in the group. Also as well, like Jenna and Jody Jean and all of them, I'm sure if it comes out earlier, they'll let you know. So, can't wait to see you guys and see everything that we can get accomplished on Saturday. I'm super excited. Super excited. So again, love you to bits. You guys take care of yourselves, okay? And hopefully we'll get to see you for Tough Love Tuesday. If not, come in on the replay for sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I will see you later. Love ya.